I don't know what it is. Whoa, my floor is so creaky. I don't know what it is that you did, but you just unlocked your dream reality. That's what I'm hearing. And as I was creaking on that floor, I was just like, so like it was like for a millisecond, I was afraid of like being silly or messing up the beginning of my video. But if I'm being quite honest, like that type of silly energy and tapping into this just like things go a little bit off and you just bounce back. That's what I'm hearing. You bounce back because you know that it's integral. I'm hearing integral. It is conducive also to manifesting things with more ease, with more precision. And what I'm hearing is you're stepping into this new reality, and I can be certain of that, not only just because this video found you, but because you understand the vibration that it takes to be a powerful master manifester. And not to sound like so like grandiose and dramatic or like doing the chosen ones cliche, but I really do intrinsically, 111, as I was saying, that I really do intrinsically believe that we can all be chosen if we choose ourselves. And I'm hearing that you're the type of person who's done the inner work. That's what I'm hearing. Or else you wouldn't still be in my face like, who is this girl? She's silly, she's weird, but I'm gonna hear her out because you're someone who's listened. You've listened to the world around you. And this message, just let it serve as confirmation to you. I'm feeling a really specific energy here. That this is a very specific collective, not just of people who can like, oh, manifest like, oh, I want a guy to look at me. It's much deeper than that. I hear that you're wanting to manifest a soul connection that you will have forever, the type of love that is so, wow, I was not expecting this to have like love energy in it. But you might be, whatever it is, a life partner. I'm also hearing autonomy that's tied to wealth, not just for show, for buying cars. Again, you're tapping into the type of manifestation that allows you to feel the freedom of life as it is meant to be lived. 222, as I was saying that. It's like I say my most valid points on the angel numbers, which is just like, even more confirmation for me. When you think about getting love, it's not in the childish way that you used to think where you're like, I just want someone to hold, right? You know, it's not like warm body energy. It's not like I just want anyone around. You know that you are an energy to be protected, so you only want the type of love that God would want for you. That's what I'm hearing. And same with wealth. If it's wealth you're manifesting, I almost said if it's wealth you're manifestationing. Now what is that, girl? If it's wealth or like the autonomy that comes from wealth, you're manifesting that. You're manifesting the experience, the spirit of giving that's on the other side of that wealth. You're not just manifesting, oh, like I want like a Bugatti, like please. Like I don't even like, sometimes I don't even like I'm hearing sometimes you don't even like the things that are cliche. It's not even the things that are for you. You want these things that everyone wants because you understand why everyone wants them. You understand that it's not the tangible money that you want. Or else, I mean, you could want a pile of stones if someone else thought it's valuable. It's the freedom and the giving like no one else can give that's on the other side of that wealth. That's what you want, and that's why you're manifesting it. And so you understand, I'm also getting this message very strong, something that's very specific about you that I really, really hope this serves as your reminder. Please keep doing it. And I'm gonna give it a name because sometimes you do things, I'm hearing, and you don't even understand why you're doing it. But I'm really gonna put a name to it for you so you can remember that I said that and so that you can keep doing it in the future, right? So, because sometimes when I was learning to manifest and when I was learning I was learning to manifest because I was learning how to be a better person. That's all I really wanted to do. Sometimes I could be very, very vain, and it was vain not because I was taking care of myself. I was taking care of myself, and it's what I expected other people to do on the other side of it. Now, just because you're a pretty woman, the hot girls know, just because you're a pretty woman, just because you're a good-looking man, just because you're someone who's talented, someone who's smart, someone who's at the top of your class, it doesn't mean that you should be walking around with your hand out 444 as I was saying that. You are not tied through manifestation. You are not tied through what anyone else can give you. You are not co-creating with other people in this world to manifest. You are putting out your unique vibration and trusting that the law of attraction will reap those benefits for you, because that is how God shows us his love, through the law of attraction. Like, yes, I see you happy. I can trust you with more happiness. I can trust you to show the light to other people. That is what I'm hearing so, so strongly. And let me take a sip of my tea, because I don't know if you can hear the raspiness in my voice. It's not just a jazz singer thing. I'm raspy because I was singing in the night air, as my mom likes to say. She's always like, you shouldn't be out there singing in the night air. And I'm like, Mom, the venue is outside. Like, I don't know what to do. I can't be like the bubble boy from Seinfeld. Maybe that's significant for you. Like, maybe you like comedies. But I'm not the bubble boy. Like, I have to be out in the real world. I needed that. But anyway, the one thing that I really wanted to highlight that you're doing, and please, 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 my love, my dove, my angel, do not stop, is that the thing that you do, I know that you do it because I do it too, and we're besties. You are in a moment where it's a little bit tense, you could be disappointed easily, and you're like, how do I? Not because you don't want to feel your feelings, but you're like, this thing was small and I don't want it to overtake me. So what do I need to do in 5-10 seconds, maybe a whole minute, to raise my vibration just by 10%? Not perfect. How do I get, it's not like, how do I make it so that I'm perfectly happy so that I can manifest this big thing that I want to come through? No, it's like, okay, that was a small thing. The place I wanted to go was closed, I'm hearing. Or I couldn't find what I needed to in that store. Or like someone cut me off, or someone was like rude to me in traffic. But you recognize that that's so small and you're powerful, so you don't want that to overtake your nervous system and overtake your entire vibration. So what you do is you, again, scan for one thing that can give you so much joy. You say, how can I feel 10% more happy and more in myself, more than anything else? How can I feel 10% more myself in this moment? A very inspirational coach, I forget his name, Joe something, Joe Hudson, Joe something, Joe Huberman, it's Joe H something. He talks about this, because it's like when you can feel more aligned with yourself, you're back in that high vibration state, especially if you've done the inner work. So there was like a place earlier where I was gonna go do some work, go do some charting stuff out for my band, because I want to show up as an effective leader, and I know that if I want to manifest more gigs, more opportunities, more publicity, more things, that I must maintain that I am a good leader that is prepared in this band. And so I was out there, you know, I drove to a specific cafe that I know, I'm like, there's gonna be good vibes here. And I drive up and I pull on the door and I realize, oh, now this cafe is only open through their drive-through. And that makes me kind of sad, because it's like, oh, what types of things is this business going through? I feel empathy for that as someone who runs their own business, doing readings and things like that. The little things can sometimes knock you off a little. And I realized, I was like, I don't want this to overtake my identity and my vibration even a little bit. Like, what can I do to feel like 10% more in myself right now, more in the energy that I want to be putting out to the law of attraction? And I looked around and I was like, I almost didn't come to this cafe because of all of, you know, it's out in a rural area, and sometimes in my country I'm like, I don't really know about like what the vibe is on this side of town, or who I'll run into them, will they be kind to me? All limiting beliefs, but all, you know, things that, you know, there's fear that people put out into the universe that they want you to feel sometimes when you're different. And I just remember, I say that to say that I was so different that I didn't let a certain type of person that might have been on that side of town scare me, because I looked around and I was like, there's a reason people live out in the sticks. Like, this is nice. Look at all of these beautiful trees. Look at how close we are to the peaks and the valleys of the mountains. You see all the trees so pronounced in their summer green. It was beautiful. And I just remember thinking, like, the drive was enough. the drive and being out in the nature and feeling that air, it's cleaner. It was worth it. It was worth the time wasted. And that raised my vibration back to where I know that all of the things that I will manifest in the coming days and, you know, tomorrow in this portal, it's gonna happen. It's gonna work out. And I think that sorry for the story, but you might have had a similar experience with that recently that really made you click and realize, like, no, I raised my vibration. I'm in control of how I feel in a moment. And even if it's around other people, you don't have to absorb their energy, I'm hearing. Be very, very careful around people, because it's easy to do this when you're alone in your car, right? But the next step of conscious sovereignty, the next step of co-creating with God and Source and no other human, is to not let them disturb the creation that you're in the middle of through your vibration. And so, and there's a reason that certain religions, they have these teachings too. They say in the Bible, like, God did not create us with the spirit of fear. And we all know the acronym for fear: false evidence appearing real. So you choose your evidence. You choose the evidence of the vibration that you want to manifest. If you want to manifest through the vibration of lack, 111 as I was saying, or 1111 as I was saying that, if you want to manifest through lack, then you think lack thoughts like, oh, why did this place close? It's just because they knew I was coming, or oh, I should have like operated on my first instinct to not go here and not come all the way out here. I don't know what's gonna happen to me now that I'm out here. No, like referring to my story. No, that's not what I chose for myself in that moment. I chose, look at the trees. And so the portal that you're stepping into, again, I feel like you're seeing signs. A major sign for me today, I don't know if you've seen my tissue and my tea that I keep sipping on, but something is happening to me. And it's not a bad thing, because low battery, 10%. 10, a cycle closing, completion. The beginning of the minute 12 on my timer as that came up too. And I was worried that it was gonna cut off my video, because this message really cut out like 2 times while I was trying to film it. Like, this message was really, really, really meant to find you. I've got cards laid out. I'm probably not even gonna read them. Like, it's just flowing, man, you know? And, where was I going with that? Spirit, take me back. Oh yeah, so I'm sick. Well, I'm not like sick, but it's like I've got this head cold. And I'm like, now how do I get a head cold in the summer? I got my hair done. You know, I took out the micros, I took out the sister locks, and now we're just flying free. Oh, young heart, run free. Oh, I shouldn't be singing songs that are copyright. Ooh. But anyway, and it's like, oh, I lost my singing voice too. Playing around in that night air, I got a little cold, but sometimes I honestly I can't even think of a physiological reason I'm sick. I'm feeling like sometimes you just purge out that energy, and I'm feeling that you're feeling it too. Either it's like maybe a rash, like, or I'm seeing like breakout, like pimples, like a bad reaction, like almost that you get when you use a new product and it's just like too much oil on your face, or I'm feeling like you want to take a bunch of showers, just like no matter how much you shower, you just don't feel clean. And I'm also feeling like it's coming through for me, like you might be experiencing things like I am right now with this like kind of just what is this? It needs to come up. And it came from nowhere. That is how you know you're purging out the past energy that's going to stay in the past, so that you can move forward in a whole new power of manifesting. And I feel it coming on so strong, even for me. And I love that we're both in this energy together. Like, it makes me feel so connected to you guys, like having a whole new, like, just like community of like besties. And I just like that. And I see there's so many people, like new people coming into my little community that I'm trying to build here, or that I am building here. And it's wonderful, and it's unexpected, frankly. I had this inner feeling like, well, I shouldn't be afraid of being seen, because whatever happens is going to happen anyway. And I just want to be able to touch more than just the hearts of the people who I do private readings for. I want to be able to read the energy of people who are like me, people who I know we're chosen for something greater, and I just want to be able to put that into the ether, even if it is the internet. And I really can be a private person, but again, I knew that it was the next step for me, even, you know, as someone who you want to be like this renowned jazz singer, and I'm very renowned in my area, but like trying to like branch out and be ready for that much more of a stage, I was like, well, I should just share my messages with whoever will listen, and that place is the internet. And I listen to people through messages, so I'm like, well, who's to say that people won't listen to you? And the same goes for you. I'm no different than anyone else. It may seem, when you look at someone and you say, you can see all the ways that they're special, oh, well, no, they're more special than me because they're this or they're that. I could say that about the people who I find to be special, but that would keep me from reaching you. That would keep me from reaching whoever it is that I want to connect with. And so many people nowadays, they say that they want connection. So as you begin to manifest, again, I'm hearing conscious sovereignty, even when you're around others, be able to do what I said about, and I know you're already doing it, be able to continue to say, how do I get back to myself? How do I get back to my own inner sense of joy and selfhood in, just to up that by 10%. And I'm hearing that your next, you'll open up even further in this next chapter, because again, you're on the precipice, you're purging out this energy, and you are right there on the verge of falling into a completely new reality. And when you fall into this reality, it's going to also require you to be ready to uphold that even in the face of other people, not just when you're in that hermit mode. And I'm a Virgo, so I know the vibe. Like, it's easier to maintain who you are and stay very strict about that when you're on your own. But what happens when you get around other people? And you still have to be you, because every time you're around each other, how are you going to manifest what it is that you want if your manifestation turns off every time you're around other people, is what I'm hearing very strongly. I can't stop playing with my hair now that it's out. I think that's all I